it wasn't like a conscious decision to not do it. It just wasn't a priority at the time, I think is maybe the way to think about it. As we continue to improve the power electronics in our vehicle, we've found ways to bring bidirectionality while actually reducing cost of power electronics in the vehicle. And as at all things Tesla, the goal is usually to get more for less. And so we are in the middle of kind of like a power electronics retool, I would say, that will bring that functionality to all of our vehicles over the next, 2 years, let's say. But it's, yeah, I guess that's how I'll say there.
Yeah. I don't think very many people are going to use bidirectional charging unless you have a Powerwall, because if you unplug your car, your house goes dark. And this is extremely inconvenient.
Yeah, most of the value, it comes in charging the car at the right time. It's not really about sending energy the other way.
Yeah, I mean, if you have a Powerwall that can take the house load, then you can use your car as a supplementary energy source to the Powerwall, and then you're not going to drive everyone crazy by unplugging your car and having the house go off. So I think there's some value there as a supplemental energy source down the road, where if you have a Powerwall, you've not diminished the convenience of the people in the house.
And the question of number of models?
Sorry, what? Oh, how many models? Oh,
vehicle models.
Not that many. Really, 10? I don't know. Not that many. What's happened with conventional cars is people have run out of things to do. So if you run out of things to do, they just end up reshuffling the deck, and you have pretty much the same. I mean, how many variants of car are there on the road? There's like hundreds. But are they good variants? No, mostly not. They're just variants for the sake of variants. But look at how have things converged with the phone? I mean, there used to be hundreds of flip phones. Now what do we have? It'll be like that.
George?
George Gianarikas from Canaccord Genuity. Just had a question about your plans to grow market share in China, and also whether or not the political tensions between the United States and China impact your long-term ambitions there. Thank you.
I don't know. Hey, Tom, not to put, don't sweat too hard.
Yeah. Well, we're still growing our market share in China quite strongly, actually. Especially early this year, we had this price adjustment. After that, we actually generated a huge demand, more than we can produce, really. As Elon said, as long as you offer a product with value at affordable price, you don't have to worry about demand. That's basically the philosophy that we follow. We try everything to cut cost from supply chain, from improve the efficiency in the factory, and pass down that value to our customers. I think as long as we continue to do that, I'm not too concerned about the market share in China. And the second part, geopolitics, no one knows. We do our best. We actually create a lot of jobs to the local community. And we generally also at our suppliers' factories, we'll create a lot of jobs as well, and we'll contribute a lot to the local economy. I think as long as we're needed in this country, I don't see there much of the risk of that.
Colin?
Colin Rush from Oppenheimer. One of the things I was struck by in the presentation was the operational efficiency metrics that you guys are talking about. Could you talk a little bit about the velocity of learning cycles and how you guys track that and think about that as an organization as you work into a variety of other areas from an innovation perspective?
Anyone want to try that?
I mean, I'll say one very high-level thing, which is you can't improve something you don't measure, and we're like ruthless measurers at Tesla.